As you can see, that's a big.
Now this is the sun that blacked out the sky. The sun turned the background out. People say, well, the camera did all this stuff because for some reason it just did. No, it was the universal knowledge of our universe, which should make more sense than anything else anyone try to draw other than that conclusion. Because I'm the one that took the picture, so I think I can tell you better than anyone what it is that we're looking at. And we're looking at the multi-talented Supreme Goddess Creator that has made this beautiful picture of us. As it's to say, when Asar gives you blackness and start telling you about pure potentiality, you might just want to hear what he's got to say, because this is going to take you a lot further, knowing that it's available for your usage than the corporations who have stagnated your ass with dead man Jesus on the cross. Okay, this is the light polarities, okay, of immortality and the infinite true reality of our existence.
Look how huge it is. And this one is coagulated through spiritual energy. What I'm saying is, there is no manifestation of iron in it until necessary, just like you see the light does with the projectile.
And got a heartbeat.
It's all light until it has to be strong. Then it can become all iron, or steel, or stainless, or aluminum, or copper, or nickel, or anything you want. See, I used to scrap metal with a saw, and I know all those metals. He didn't know I used to cut, because I used to hide, because I'm evil. But I always needed to know what he was up to, because he always does to interrupt my activities. Damn it, Asar. But I like him, though. He's a nice guy. So let's move on. Let me show you some more lights, okay? Alright, now, this right here is Asar's dad. His name is Amen Ra Ptah.
If you guys don't understand Amen Ra Ptah, there was a whole lot of different centers around Egypt, the Nile Valley, and each location had a specified deity. And each specified deity had a different but similar, different variations of how the universe worked, but it was set up where it was all synonymous with the same teachings of pretty much, with just a city being the city of Ptah would have gave Ptah the same type of reverence as a city of Asar would have gave the god Asar, you know, whatever, but not any of them recognized or being understood as being different from the other one, because the true polarity of them all being the same attribute of spirituality, but with different, what it is, they're the same collectiveness of spirituality with different attributes that you could find accommodating the name and the facial personification that goes along with that name. That's the way it works. So it's always one God that you can pull a specific attribute from and name the attribute and give the attribute a personification.
He designed this ship, and he showed everybody how mental thoughts on one accord can make manifestations of great multitudes.
Okay, the Buddhas and the Egyptians, as well as the people of India and as well as the people of the Americas, created all of their information and all of their work structures around first utilizing the power of the mind. By all of them being on one accord and being on one accord with all your minds thinking in unison with the sunlight, you were able to get sunlight knowledge. Sunlight knowledge is what gives you the privilege of driving through this space without needing to burn fossil fuel. Anyone that needs to burn fossil fuel to go through space is not going to be allowed the knowledge to go through space, because you'd be detrimental to all the people whom lands you pass that does not want you to come to their land digging up the melanin out of the planet, because they're not barbaric like that and not self-destructive to the homes that houses them. So the only person who would do something like that is someone who's from another existence where they somehow managed to make it here through double cross of people that live here, which is very much likely because it happens all the time. You get sellout people who will sell out others for their own personal gain. But either way, the method be that these people get here, they're very short-lived because right away there's complications and illnesses that has to be addressed. And once we get signal of this going on, we come right away and we bring the police with us. As you can see, these lights displaying the same type of iconic work as you see with the police force. The blackness with the star and the lights flashing of blue and red, and they don't have the green unless it's in the scenes that Asara point after I commission the lights that should be blue to be green. We all know that by now. But that's what you're looking at, where the sheriff star and everything came from. Them reading our books that they jacked from us as they destroyed all our civilizations. And we have tons of books that explain and has written pictures of what we're looking at right now. We've seen with our naked eye and with camera lenses that's been on Earth way before the Europeans come out here and try to make you believe. That never started until with them. Not true. It's just that all that stuff is being hidden from us, and all the books hidden, and now we all go to school learning foolishness about all this technology on Earth, beginning with the caveman who come out and created nothing but destruction and nuclear weaponry, and this dissension that we have, and abuse of women and abuse of children, and all this crazy religious dogma that's just been got everybody just screwed up. All right? Now that's just the truth about it.
Even. And so yeah. So this is the star that Minister Farrakhan, he's so nice, you know?
See, they call this, if that head was right there that's missing right now, now Asar walks, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Asar walks, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to go find it and show it to you. But you need a head there. And with that head there, you have the head, the arm, the leg, and the arm. So it'll be A-L-L-A-H, meaning arm, leg, arm, head. Is how you spell Allah. Now Allah means all law. The story of the Allah God and everything has been so tarnished, and so much stuff that went on with our religion being contaminated by corruption. As to where a lot of people don't like to use the word Allah because it's been associated with the Arab using it, and it makes it become a bad name, a bad God, because they use God to perpetuate their evil, just like the Christians use Jesus and God to perpetuate their evil. So it's only for that reason there that I can't use the name Allah. I mean, I can if I want to, but I don't really need to when I know that all names that's given to the Supreme Creator is all sufficient, but neither one correct. So if I don't use the name Allah, it doesn't mean that I can't recognize that as being one of the many names that Supreme Creator, Prime Creator is called. It's just that I don't want to be associated with those Arabs that has used that name and contaminated it so much. So I call my Supreme Creator the Goddess. Okay, Goddess Heteru, or the God Nebuchadnezzar, which is everything. I am that which encompasses all. I am Prime Creator. Doesn't even need a personification. You can just call it Prime Creator, which is a good way to go. But anyway, I want you to hold on a minute. I'll be right back, okay? Hold on. You can see the sun disk in the back of his head to show you they trying to throw that sunlight worship in there. That's just the same synonymous as the big sun, this crown that's behind the goddess segment. See, they putting that in there. You can see him trying to represent, holding up a little peace sign with his hand. This right here in the middle is supposed to be representing the X. If you look at it, they got it looking like a cross right there. But all you got to do is tweak it a little bit, and it'll definitely be the X, all right? You can see he's got the same type of Moorish drop that drapes over his chest and drops down like that. All this stuff stolen from us, all of it. Sunlight, see, look right there. Sunlight, sun disk, sun colors, all in the background. Sun, selling you sunlight that they stole from us black people, being the ones synonymous with that sun. But look at it, okay? See, I'm just showing you what happened to the world. Don't get mad at me. This is stuff that I was sent here to do. I'm doing my job. It has to be done. There's been some evil stuff going on behind this mind tempering, this lies been told to everyone. Greco-Roman. Never was no thing about Jesus to the Greeks. To the Romans. You can find no history of Jesus in Greece because he didn't exist then. He came 350 years after Yeshua ben Pandera had came and gone. Who was the real Jesus? Right here. Yeshua El Pandera, the Black Panther. That's what El Pandera means. Yeshua, the true Jesus. The black man from Ethiopia that people call Jah Rasta. For Jehovah. Study and show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. That'll be me. 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, study to shew thyself, means show thyself worthy.
It means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
All that bullshit getting out of here. The so-called Jesus was not European, Greek, or Roman, white. Yeshua was not. If the Greeks they say he was them, and no white people said it was them, then it couldn't be nothing else for him to be but black. The Greeks didn't say he was Greek. The Romans didn't say he was Roman. But then the Jews come out to say he was Jewish, which they have to be Greek or Roman themselves, because they started both of those civilizations. Regardless to the lies of them saying they're anti-Semitic or whatever, when did you become a Semite? And what were the two nations that made you a Semite? Now you can tell your story about your hookup in the Bible with Hagar and Abraham having the child, I forget his name, Ishmael, and then you could try to push the whole Jewish thing into it right there. But come on, where were you Jewish before that happened?
Got all these Asiatics knowing that the Nazarene, who was of their same bloodline, had hair like lamb's wool and skin like burnished brass and burnt in an oven. And they got a Roman sitting up there.
Ain't that the truth?
And they know that he was a rabbi of the highest level of the crystalline mind.
That's right.
Of the Essenes Brotherhood.
That's absolutely right.
They lied on him, said that he established Christianity and that he brought it to the earth under a cloud of glory with a cross. And they all know that he came in the sign of Pisces. And two fish.
That's what the bread and loaves come from. Feeding the masses with two fishes.
Him and been murdering our people the same way. And they still don't put two and two together. Crucifixion ain't no fiction.
Council of Nicaea, 325 years, Anno Domini, meaning after the death of Yeshua.
In a brief that's